All right, time for us to join Ohimai Miza now on Kakaaki Social.
Good morning, Ohimai.
Good morning, Chikodi. Good morning, Otibe.
What's trending?
Well, let's take a look. Good morning, Nigerians. Welcome to Kakaaki Social. On this segment of the show, we spotlight the issues that shape conversations in the Nigerian social media. I am Ohimai Miza. So let's take a look at what is trending this morning. A lot has been trending. Actually, yesterday we brought you a special recap of 2018, so we really couldn't bring you some of the issues that were trending over the past 48 hours. But a lot of things have happened. Actually, Senator Dino Melaye speaks from hiding. Senator Dino Melaye, the controversial senator, has finally spoken. He said something. He shot a New Year video, actually, where he's banking on God to deliver him from his enemies. Able God, save this Dino. Okay, let's take a look at what he said. That issue is already generating a lot of talk in the social media. Senator Dino Melaye turns to God for hope and for rescue. Wale Gates, a US-based comedian, tweeted and said, "Hallelujah, Pastor Dino Melaye has come down from the top of his mango tree. Praise be the Lord." He was sharing the video from Senator Dino Melaye. That video was initially posted on his Instagram page. Let's take a look at that post on Senator Dino Melaye's official Instagram page. Let's go on to the next slide, please, and take a look at that. He said, "Happy New Year, fellow countrymen and women. Wish us Godspeed on all sides this year." A lot of people also on the social media have described Dino's latest video as a video that was shot with a bedroom voice, because his voice was actually very calm and very low. Not the usual Senator Dino Melaye we're used to. But let's take a look at this video and how Nigerians reacting to it. Let's take a look.
Happy New Year, fellow countrymen and women. I wish you a very prosperous New Year ahead. What do I ask of you, Lord, seeing that you have done these great things? Do I ask for peace between you and my enemies? If I do, they will think I'm scared. Do I ask for prosperity in the camp of my enemies? If I do, they will think I am afraid, because they have defiled the way of the Lord God Almighty, and no punishment has come upon them. But let the God who answers by fire be God indeed. Do for us and for me, Dino Melaye, what you did in the land of Egypt, and prove that you are God. Happy New Year.
So Dino Melaye, okay. Well, Dino Melaye, so Nigerians were reacting to that and say, "Hey, we thought you were a strong man, so why did you go into hiding?" And Dino Melaye came back with another tweet. This is what he tweeted. He said, "The Bible records Prophet Elijah to be among one of the strongest prophets that lived, but he went to Mount Carmel to hide when King Ahab sought him to kill him because of the way he boldly declared the truth. There is a difference with being scared and being wise." Okay, this tweet got a lot of reactions. Let's take a look at Nigerians reacting. Senator Rashid tweeted and said, "Niger politicians, and you forget that part of the Bible that said always help the needy. Sell some of the cars in your garage and help the people in your constituency if you want us to take this your Bible quote seriously." Senator Rashid tweeting. Let's go on and take a look at more reactions from Daniel Sobos tweeting said, "Can somebody just remind Dino why the police are after him? Has he forgotten that the policemen that were shot by his convoy are Nigerians and someone's family? Elijah wasn't facing a murder rap. What if the police had shot someone in your convoy? Will these your submissions be tenable?" And that Twitter user got a quick response from another user, Adenugalalu, tweeting said, "Then why did Jezebel vow to kill Elijah also? That was because he put to death not one, not two, but 70 prophets of Baal. So if you look plainly, Elijah was haunted based on murder charges also." Bible students are bringing the analysis right now. John Tweeting Point tweeting said, "Prophet Elijah never climbed tree because he was fearless, and because he was fearless, he never lied. And lastly, Elijah was very upright prophet of God. But who are you, Dino?" John Tweeting Point tweeting yesterday, "I'm from Bekile_Ifi. Dino, just a little while, the persecution shall be over. All we need to do now is ensure that South and Southeast governors work for the interests of the people and that of the PDP. Nigeria will be great again." Reactions to Senator Dino Melaye's tweet. And then there is this video that has been trending in the Nigerian social media. The video purportedly of a Nigerian soldier who has deserted the war against Boko Haram. In that video, he's seen saying that the army, they have not really been equipped with the kind of weapons they need, and that is why they are leaving the battle. When they are equipped properly, they will go back to the battle. That video was trending on social media. Let's take a look at how that generated some talk. Reno Omokri, former presidential aide, was also one of those who shared that video. He said, watch and share this video of how fleeing Nigerian soldiers complain about not being properly armed by the Buhari government, leading to massive loss of lives amongst Nigerian soldiers. Watch and retweet. This is not about PDP or APC. It is about life and death. This has generated a lot of talk. We really can't bring you that video right now because the Nigerian army has actually issued a very stern warning to the general public and media houses to be very careful about circulating materials that have the capacity to dampen the morale of our troops. So we're not playing that video, but it's on social media. It's trending. From First Blaze tweeting said, propaganda. A soldier knows that this action will be tried by military court-martial. Non-patriotic elements always celebrate perceived failure of Nigerian army on social media as if they are supportive and on the side of the terrorists. Maybe they are. From First Blaze responding to Reno Omokri there. Let's take a look at more reactions on this tweet. Adonaido tweeting said, this is bad, so bad. The lives of our gallant soldiers matters. They should be adequately provided with modern weapons. This is modern warfare, not some Biafra war theater. Whoever is in charge of the provisions should please make haste. From Adonaido, we saw that tweet. More reactions. Let's take a look at more tweets from Nigerians. Bolaji Abdullahi, former spokesperson of the APC, now with the presidential campaign of the PDP, said, every soldier knows the penalty for desertion is death. But when your soldiers desert and make a video of it, not minding the consequences, then you know your country is in deep trouble. And what did the CNC say about this visceral tragedy in its New Year address? Nothing. Sad. From Bolaji Abdullahi, we saw that tweet, but the Nigerian army has come out to dispute and to disclaim that video. We'll take a look at what they said very quickly. Kazim Bello for tweeting said, can the guy prove to us he's a Nigerian soldier? Anybody in army camouflage is not necessarily a soldier. But in that video, we could see the guy clad in military fatigues, and then he's carrying a weapon, a military weapon. Many men don't fall. We got to go house. If Nigerian army is ready, they should call us back to fight these idiots. We want to fight, but we are not soldiers without adequate weapons, he said. Now I ask APC Nigeria, where's the $1 billion you collected to buy arms? From Matrix Obu, we saw that tweet. The Nigerian army has come out to make an official statement on this issue. Let's go to the next slide and take a look at the full statement, which was posted on the official Facebook page yesterday. Let's take a look at that. It's video clip of a soldier complaining of lack of weapons, not true reflection of today's reality. The attention of the Nigerian army has been drawn to an old video clip circulating on the social media in which a supposedly soldier clad with an AK-47 rifle, alleging lack of arms and ammunition among other soldiers in a remote location walking. This is not true, as the video was recorded in 2014 and therefore cannot be a true reflection of the present reality. The public are please requested to discountenance the video clip. You are please requested to disseminate this information to the public through your medium. Thank you for your kind cooperation. This was signed by Sani Kukasheka Usman, Brigadier General, Director, Army Public Relations, released 31st December 2018. So that is what the Army is saying. They're saying that video is not correct. We move on from that issue quickly now to the spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar presidential campaign, Segun Showumi, who is coming under a lot of criticism in the social media over claims of plagiarism. A post was posted, something was posted on one of his associated Facebook accounts, which actually turned out to be something that was lifted from a speech by Donald Trump, US President. Let's take a look at Abubakar Siddiq Usman, a member of the APC, one of the influencers of the APC on Twitter, actually called Segun Showumi out. In a tweet, he said, Atiku spokesperson Segun Showumi stole Donald Trump's message and passed it off as his. He couldn't even edit the America in Trump's message to Nigeria in his. According to my friend Mohammed, they steal money and still steal intellectual properties. A thief is a thief. Let's take a look at what was posted on that account, Facebook account that is associated with Segun Showumi, the spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar campaign. Is actually the Segun Showumi Abeokuta South Federal Constituency 2019 Facebook page, which supports his candidacy for that race. So to all Nigerians, in every city near and far, small and large, from mountain to mountain, from ocean to ocean, hear these words. You will never be ignored again. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny. Oh my God, oh my God. If you want to copy, try to copy well. if you really want to plagiarize well. They lifted a quote from US President Donald Trump, and where they were supposed to edit it to Nigeria, they left America there. This is causing a lot of backlash for not just Segun Showunmi, but for the Atiku Abubakar presidential campaign. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. Let's move on to the next slide. Segun Showunmi under fire. Bosun Ojute tweeting said, "A thief is a thief. If PDP can steal the money meant for its own new headquarters, they will steal anything. Married folks, please don't drop your wedding rings near any PDP folks. It will be stolen. Stay woke." From Bosun Ojute tweeting. Let's take a look at Odafe Okodi's tweet. He said, "So you've all suddenly forgotten that Next Level logo was stolen, Abi? What about your change begins with me? Was stolen. Buhari's inaugural speech was stolen, and many more." Odafe Okodi responding there. Let's take a look at more tweets. But actually, Segun Showunmi has come out in his personal Twitter account to respond to this issue. He actually tweeted something that was so full of expletives that we had to censor some of the things he said because they are not suitable for live television. But part of what he said, okay, some of my surrogates put a poster and reworked Donald Trump without giving credit to the original writer. I promptly deleted it as soon as I found out, and you would preach to me. You all are just lost and silly. Your God, Buhari, put out, let's go on to the next slide, a continuation of what he said. Your God, Buhari, put out loads of materials, including his 2015 acceptance speech and your hopeless Next Level to Nowhere logo that was plagiarized. And you have the temerity to talk. Shameless nitwits, get a life. Segun Showunmi reacting somewhat quite angrily, not what you would expect from someone of his candor and caliber. Son of Omenuko tweeting said, "Surrogate or not, it was done in your name, and deleting it wasn't enough. That Buhari has been stealing speeches doesn't make yours right. APC and PDP are two sides of the same coin, and Nigerians should reject both if they truly want their country back." More reactions to this issue. Let's take a look at the next few slides on reactions from Nigerians. Habelin tweeting said, "Plagiarism. Atiku Abubakar spokesman Segun Showunmi busted committing plagiarism after quoting Donald Trump's quote in verbatim. According to a commenter, they stole Nigeria's money and they are still stealing American quotes. No wonder Atiku Abubakar needed 7 more spokesmen." Atiku's campaign taking a lot of shots following that backlash on Segun Showunmi's plagiarism. You call it a scandal if you like. Chuku_Dwayne tweeting said, "Sad that he had to bring Atiku into this shameless and lazy work of plagiarism. He should have disgraced himself in peace." Segun Showunmi taking a lot of flack there in the social media. We move on from that issue very quickly now to Instagram. 2 African migrants caught at the Spanish border on Sunday, hiding inside mattress. This video is trending in the social media right now. Let's take a look at the video and the comments that followed.
¿Está el otro corta? Venga, vamos bajando. Cógelo. Vete que te estoy grabando, ¿eh? Menores. ¿Cómo llaman? ¿Cuántos van, dos?
Amigo, para el motor.
¿Está grabando, no?
Espera ahí, señora, ¿vale? Cuidado.
Vamos, sal, mon ami. Sal, mon ami, sal. Sal, mon ami.
That video was actually quite emotional for me. Let's take a look at reactions from Nigerians on Instablog Nigeria posting. Anne Rialto said, "This brought hot tears to my eyes." It go better from Adorable Licious D. "Africa has failed so many due to its mismanagement. The most blessed land is now like a curse to so many." Tayo 109 posting said, "I feel sorry for both of you. If the country is good, why need for desperate measures?" Let's take a look at more comments yesterday to that video in the next slide from Royalty Seafast. I'm sure one of them must be from Nigeria or has Nigerian relatives. This is something that can only be inspired by us." On a hilarious note there, Lady Babstar posting said, "What sort of desperation is this? Is the continent that bad? Selling pure water can get you that mansion and car you are dreaming of." on an inspirational note there. Well, let's go on and take a look at another video that was trending yesterday. Passengers in panic as traffic policeman fights their driver on motion today in Ijaye Agbado, Lagos. So let's take a look at this video and the comments are followed.
Police want to kill us.
Okay, the drama you see in Nigeria is unprecedented. Kofo Rola Dabiri posting, the woman shouting, "Oh, lockdown is busting my brain." Mom and daughter one posting said, "Can't they all drag that policeman to the back seat and sit on him till they get to the last bus stop?" I am Temi Mine posting said, "God have mercy on Nigeria when those that are supposed to protect us have no care for the safety of the people. What could the driver have done to deserve this?" More comments yesterday. Tiwa Black posting said, "Continue shouting Egbawao and doing useless video till the bus somersault." The youngest old man posting said, "Which kind of training does our Nigerian police go to? How can a trained police officer fight a driver on wheel with great number of passengers? What was he thinking?" Yeah, that was what I thought. What was he really thinking? We hope police authorities are watching. We move on from that issue. We've always said, say no to drug abuse, say no to drug abuse, and we're beginning to sound like a broken record. But let's take a look at this video that is trending right now in the social media of a drug abuse victim. Let's take a look at that tweet that brought this video to us and the reactions from official Eric Jr. 1. Let's say no to drugs, say no to drug abuse. We all love you. Listen to what we say. Watch our videos and be enlightened. I just pray this guy did not die. Let's take a look at the video that was embedded in this tweet of...
I'll try him again, oh. I'll be like you.
Next time I go fear.
You see, eyes don't come.
Relax. What's that?
No.
So what do young people really gain from these things? I mean, just take a look at that video. Elder Clinch tweeting said, "Cannabis is definitely not responsible for this. This is something else. Colorado, I guess." And then we saw another Twitter user tweeting in reaction to the video you just watched. Let's take a look at the next tweet from Demofoxy. "Laugh out loud. I remember seeing guys take all sorts at Davido's concert. Fam, drug addiction is a big problem in our society." Let's take a look at more reactions to that tweet and that video from Nigerians. I am 10 feet tweeting said, "Please keep enlightening them, especially on Colorado, because this drug is a killer and it's not a cannabis for crying out loud. It's PCP and a very dangerous drug." And we take a look at more reactions. Let's take a look at the next tweet from Twitter user Sir Wills tweeting said, "Now here I've been always the hear say person they use head waka. I don't eventually see one today." Very, very funny note, but on a very serious note, we need to really calm down as young people. These things, what do we really gain from these things? One more comment, Bonvavi L2 said, "Nigerians and our approach to health issues, their best response is to pour water and shout, 'Ewo, hospital is still the best place to go in moments like this.'" Well, say no to drugs. You saw that video. You could end up like that if you don't put a stop to drug addiction. This is where we draw the curtain this morning on Kakaaki Social. Follow the conversation on all our social media platforms on Kakaaki Social on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kakaaki Social. I am Ohimaya Maize. Kakaaki Social returns tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Handing you over back now to Utive and Chikodinaka.
Just wondering the same thing, what effect that water was having on that particular individual. Like you said, it's an addiction problem. I think the person really requires clinical help at that point.
And also it goes more fast asking questions on what the NDLEA is doing at this point, because from what you can see, it does appear...
the NDLEA is probably overwhelmed because there are new drugs coming into the market, new products, new things like we've never heard before. It used to be Indian hemp, but now we are hearing Colorado, we are hearing stuff like tramadol and all sort of things.
Parents especially need to take greater care and attention on their children as well, because I mean, basic supervision, home supervision would have you know, help to note that very early and help the individual as well. But incidentally, social media has taken over almost everything. Not your social media.
I don't think peer pressure is also a big issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
My friends are doing it. It's cool to do it. So there's this, and also this places a lot of responsibility on our social influencers like music artists to find ways to de-incentivize the craze and the quest for things like this. You know,
and exactly during this holiday, we saw a lot of shows come up, and many would ask why the NDLEA were not on ground to, you know, arrest some of these guys who were caught.
They've probably given up on
drugs.
Nigerian youths. They've probably given up, but we want to encourage them not to give up. They need to be more vigilant in policing and ensuring that these things are contained.
Exactly.
All right.